호그와트 레거시입니다. 메인캐를 해야 되는데 서브캐도 너무 많고 이게 플레이 타임이 은근 플레이 타임이 있네요. 봄바르다 배워야지. 봄바르다 배워야 하고 세바스찬을 만나러 가야 되고 네티도 만나러 가야 되고 기숙사 토큰 이거 다 했어요. 기숙사 토큰 들어가자. 와, 이걸 학교를 샅샅이 뒤지고 다녀가지고 겨우 다 찾았어. 아, 여기가 아니야. 기숙사. 연회장 아니고요. 기숙사 아니고요. 기숙사가 어디지? 여긴데. 그 다람쥐처럼 생긴 거, 동그란 판같이 생긴 거 있거든요. 그걸 다 모으면 뭐 주는지 궁금한데. 그냥 컬렉션 완성이면 가만 안 있을 거야. 구석구석 다 그냥 그거 찾느라고 플레이 타임도 오래 걸렸는데. 여기다 꽂는 거죠. 하나 남았었는데.
Here we go. The last house token. Time to see what's inside.
허. 뭐야 이거? 비밀번호야? 이 비밀번호야? 아, 좋은 거죠. 시시한 거 말고.
Wow, look at that. Thanks
뭐야,
goes
씨.
to the former headmistress. You
헐.
packed them all.
명예잖아 이거. 아, 진짜 힘들었는데. 퀘스트를 이걸 갑시다. 봄바르다를 배우고 아, 이거 이렇게 가면 세월아 내월아 가잖아. 동물, 마법, 동물 여기네요. 이리로 가야지. 아, 잠깐만요. 뭐야, 방금 뭔 일이었어? 낮에. 여기 지금 낮인가? 대기? 얘 이름이 뭐였더라? 문카프. 맞아. 제 이름도 알았었는데.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new...
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn 봄바르다 now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can
폭발
hurt
마법이구나.
people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead.
배울 마법이 얼마 안 남았어요.
Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
오케이.
Well done. Now, let us put it in.
봄바르다. 콤프링고. 봄바르다.
Shall we? Go ahead and try it on the
호박이요? 어디요?
pumpkins.
어느 호박? 어느 호박이요? 써보고 싶어요. 저쪽 호박이네. 저거 아니야? 어느 호박이에요?
봄바르다! Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
디핀도 대신에 쓰겠어. 하지만 데미지가 얼마 안 들어간다 하면 디핀도로 바꿀게요.
Revelio.
어? 이 방 안을 안 뒤져봤네.
Alohomora.
아, 레벨 2도 배웠어요. 나 이거 풀 줄 모르니까 그냥 자동 해결로 들어가야 되고.
Revelio.
엘리팩 누굴까요? 모르는 사람 같고.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
데미가이스야. 이것도 대기해야 되네. 지도로 가서 대기.
Mine now, demiguise.
와, 데미가이즈 찾는 것도 너무 힘들었는데.
Revelio.
이거 뭐야? 바깥. 여기 뭐 하는 곳이야? 뭐지? 숨은 공간이 있나? 뭐야? 방이 달라? 여기는 교수님의 사무실 같은 건가?
Revelio.
바깥이네? 이게 뜨는 거는 무슨 대화가 있는 거예요.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering, what inspired your interest in magical beasts?
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite
별로 중요한
vividly.
대화는 아니네요.
It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs
7살도 안
and
됐는데
disappeared in the
진로를
mountains
찾았다고?
near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What type of
뭐지?
beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered,
날개 달린
winged
뱀이라고?
serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge, finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind.
오케미를 만날 수
Protective
있나?
clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
그러고 보니 나 그거 할 거 있는데
Alohomora.
호그스미드 가가지고 팔 거 있는데 동물. 아이 이게 배틀에서 업그레이드를 해서 그런가
Revelio.
줍는 모든 이런 아이템들이 다 하락 뭐라 그러지? 다 안 좋아. 내가 들고 있는 거, 내가 하고 있는 거보다 안 좋아요. 이거를 다 업그레이드 해가지고 지금 업그레이드 3칸 중에 2칸이 차있죠. 얘도 2칸. 얘는 안 했네. 얘도 해야겠다. 너도 2칸이고. 이게 무슨 불사조의 깃털인가 뭐 그런 게 필요해가지고 아직 불사조를 만나질 않아서요. 전설급으로 다 바꿨거든요. 그리고 제 장비는 고대 마법이랑 약초하게 몰빵을 했어요. 근데 약초 쓸 일이 없네. 어디로 갈까? 네티한테 갈까? 세바스티안한테 갈까? 퀘스트. 크루시오를 배운다고? 이거 금지된 마법이잖아. 이 게임은 금지된 마법을 내가 배워서 흑화하는 게 목적인가요? 안 배우고 싶으면 어떡할 거야? 호그스필드. 네티한테 먼저 갑시다. 지도. 호그와트 옆에 호그스필드. 여기죠.
It's like a play.
You are here. Good.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
저 사람은 아니고. 아, 저 사람이네.
Why did he challenge that horrible man?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
데려간 거 아닐까?
I don't mean to be grim, but could Harlow have taken him?
Archie's satchel is missing, so he may have left on his own. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
그거만 아니면 될 것 같은데.
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
그러게.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what he's been up to. I begged him to leave it alone, but he was convinced that...
Is there anything more you can tell me about Harlow?
He's Victor Rookwood's second in command. A miserable, awful creature. Vicious and murderous.
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring
어디로
Archie
갔을까?
home. When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr.
잠깐만,
Bickle.
나 장비 팔아야 될
He
수도
had been
있어.
doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
뭘 많이 얻었는데 돌아다니면서 상자도 많이 열고 다 지금 입고 있는 것보다 별로라서. 너무 많이 들고 있어가지고 상자 같은 거 열면 주머니 안 들어올까봐 다 팔아야겠어요. 오케이. 잔챙이 그냥 지나쳐.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing
여기?
could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need. We will need something more.
여기 내가 왔던 데인데?
This must be little
여기
Archie's
오기 전에
hideout
뒤져가지고
that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this
아니네.
to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went.
별거 없어.
Revelio.
There! Archie's footprints.
어디?
He went this way.
저건 뭐야? 멀린이야? 아, 어렵진 않은데 저거. 나중에. 발자국.
I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
여기 뭐야?
Revelio.
아, 내가 옛날에 여기 뒤진 데 같아.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Tego.
한두 마리가 아닌데? 레벨 올랐다.
I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
어딨니 또?
Revelio.
가방 같은 게 있어.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again.
어디야? 발자국.
Revelio.
Archie went this way.
밝아가지고 이거 잘 안 보여요.
I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a
뭔가
reason for pursuing
봤겠지 뭐
Archie.
애가.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine.
Revelio.
봤을 때 많이 보아. 어? 누구 목소리가 들렸는데?
A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again. Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
엥? 세스트랄이 있는데?
Thestrals. They are beautiful, are they not?
You can see Thestrals too. Revelio.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. I still do.
여기 세스트랄이
I think
많네?
those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something
미안해.
like that at so young an age.
미안해.
I was with my father when he died.
널 치려는
My
게
mother was
아니었어.
away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways,
발자국.
but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss
빨리
him.
와 디사이.
My father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
아니 네가 안 오고 있었잖아. 저기다. 기다려 혹시 모르니까. 기다려. 잠깐. 나 이걸 맨날 못해서 그래. 이거랑
Barely felt back at all.
그리고
Incendio!
여기를 놓을까? 이걸로 안 돼?
You've made a grave mistake.
Revelio.
어디 있어?
Levioso.
No, don't.
봄바르다.
괜찮은데? 이 조합?
Revelio.
멀린이 있고요. 아 이거 내가 할 줄 모르는 멀린이다.
Bombarda.
이게 초록색으로 빛나는데 모르겠어 이거는. 식물들이 한 게 뭐야? 저기 레벨이 높아가지고 효과가 없는 건가? 뭐야? 텐트 안에 이렇게 넓어? 아 그건가 봐. 그
I did not
해리포터에
expect
나오는.
this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little.
Revelio.
와. 응? 아니야, 다 죽이고 가. 잠깐만, 어디가 먼저냐? 어디가 먼저인 거야? 아, 그냥 갑시다. 엥? 와, 여기 어려울 것 같다. 상자는 다 뒤지고 가야지.
Revelio.
일단 이쪽?
You don't think so?
Incendio. Levioso. 봄바르다. Revelio.
우리는 요란하게 갈 거야. 몰래 가지 않아. 너.
Sendo. Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
이 조합 괜찮은 것 같아.
Revelio.
이곳에 뭐는 없죠. 저 위젠웰드 저거는 나한테 소용이 없고. 쟤네 다 옹기종기 모여있는 거 봐. 모여. 봄바르다를 내가 새로 배웠으니까.
Revelio.
잠깐만, 상자 여기 밑에 있는 거고.
Sure.
이리 오쇼.
Levioso. Incendio. 봄바르다.
You're going to regret that.
제트가 많네요.
Descendo.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Arrest the momentum. Descendo.
You've made a grave mistake.
Levioso. Protego. Places. Bombarda.
봄바르다가 데미지가 좀 있네. 괜찮네.
Revelio.
위젠웰드 필요 없고. 애기가 소리 지르는데? 어디서? 어디야? 안 들려. 좀 멀리 있나봐. 소리 나는 쪽이 어딘지 모르겠어요. 여기네.
Archie? Archie Bickle. How do you know who I am? Your mother sent us to find you. Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry. We need to get this open. Alohomora.
여기 왜 있는 거야, 근데 너?
A man called Harlow. He
봤구나.
killed my
결국.
father. We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now, let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
여기서 바로 점프해 가는구나.
Archie, you're here. Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's
그
friends are
상황
in
뒤에
danger.
같은데.
I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Ray, Mr. Filbert, and I think they also said Otto's name.
I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
이미 쫓기고 있어 진짜.
It may be too late for that. I'm afraid Harlow's already after us.
Then you needn't anger him further. I assure you, the threat could be a lot worse. Please, please keep your distance.
I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other. I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them.
너는 지치지
You'll be hearing
않는구나.
from me as soon as I know something. Thank you for your help today.
좋아. 그러면 이제 세바스찬 한테 가면 될 것 같아. 세바스찬은 여기에 아 근데 크루시오를 배워야 되나? 아 저주받은 마법은 배우고 싶지 않은데 배우고 안 쓰면 되는 건지 아니면 배우는 걸로 이벤트가 강제로 이어질라나? 어디야 여기 어디 어딘데 어디지? 밑에거든요? 밑에야 밑에 어떻게 내려가? 내려가는 곳 저기로 어떻게 가? 반대편으로 가면 어떡해? 슬리데린 학생 휴게실 왜 레벤클로만 있어? 슬리데린이래. 거긴 레벤클로고 이런 둘러버렸네. 다시 가야 돼. 그래 이걸로 가면 되겠네. 아이 복잡하게 가야 되네. 색깔부터가 딱
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominis?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominis won't
그래서
tell
어떻게
me.
하게?
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominis.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominis is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
피부스만 어떻게 좀 유령적인
There he is.
방법은 없나?
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominis. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominis. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about... What was it? A scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've
얘는
never been
고대
inside?
마법일까요?
Of
뭘로
course.
풀어야 되지 얘는?
I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
이 얘기 좀 뜬금없는데 오미니스 잘생긴 것 같아.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good
기록실에
intentions and
들어가서
lost her
죽었다고?
life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
말 잘하네.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible.
헐.
Very well. I shall tell you what I know.
매력 차인가?
Fetch Sebastian, I'll
이렇게
wait.
넘어간다고?
I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here. Revelio.
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share?
저거야 저거?
You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
뭘 해야
Well.
할까?
3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2.
세 개를
Simple
다 해야 돼?
mathematics, Ominis.
Revelio.
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
Someone was actually listening.
I do that. Occasionally.
그래서 여기다 뭐 하는 건데? 불을 켜?
Incendio.
화로래 화로. 불을 붙이면 되지 않겠어?
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
불 다 켰는데.
Revelio.
불이 꺼졌다.
Incendio.
순서가 있나? 아 미안해. 이게 아니고 인센디오는 가까울 때만 사용할 수 있는 거야. 장거리 볼트지. 콤프링골 쓰자. 장거리로 하나씩.
Confringo.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
가자.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one.
왠지 레파로가 필요할 것 같아.
Reparo.
looks like a locked door. We may want to look around. The rubble formed a relief of a person
어둠의
facing a
마법을
snake.
사용할 필요는 없다.
Must be the voice I hear.
녹투와 고모의 편지인데.
The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak
뱀의
to
말이
me."
들리나 보다.
I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back.
화이팅!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominis, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Never mind. There's no clear way
Revelio.
forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Confringo!
The door we came from, it closed, and there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Revelio.
뭐가 잔뜩 있는데?
The brazier. When the door closed, it lit up.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same.
Huh?
It may take practice to solve it.
큐? 기록실을 가는 거죠, 지금?
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
여기를 가려면 아래하고 위에 무늬를 맞춰야 하나 봐.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
아래
Look in a mirror,
무늬?
Sebastian.
Matching the symbols
Gotcha.
did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Revelio.
Nice work.
Confringo.
여긴 무늬가 안 보이는데?
Ominis, your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
지나갈 방법을 찾으세요. 여기 열은 거잖아.
Revelio.
Another welcoming
같은
sword,
무늬를
was he?
맞추는 건가? 힌트를 알아야 하는 거네. 아, 알겠다. 다음 문의 무늬를 알아내면 되는구나. 첫 번째 문은 열었고 이 문이야? 잘 안 보이는데?
Lumos.
뭔가 지워진 무늬하고 A자 소문자 같은 거. 여기가 들어온 문. 밑에가 A자 소문자 같은 거 얘고 위에가 이거 같은데? 아니야? 거기를 여는 문이 아니야? 그러면 1위로 들어가 봐야겠다. 이 문은
Revelio.
안 보이는데.
Confringo.
여기서 그걸 맞춰볼까요? 이거 하고
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
뭔가 물고기 같은 거랑 삼각형.
Revelio. Noctua references painful and arduous challenges,
고통이 따른다고?
but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep
Diego.
going.
Lumos.
We've got more to
모양을
solve
외우고 가야
ahead.
돼.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
이거 하고 삼각형. 내가 여기서 했나? 여기서 맞췄구나. 그러면 바깥. 이거 하고
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium. I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop
자동
now.
열리는데? 아니 불이 켜졌어. 바닥에 무슨 글씨 같은 게 있네요. 크루시오라고 써 있는데
I think we're locked in.
누군가한테 고통을 주지
Again.
않으면 안 될 건가 봐.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Revelio.
용서받지 못할 저주를 사용하지 않으면 지나갈 수가 없네.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
크루시오를 써야지 될 것 같아.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
그러게.
Ominis, I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice.
오미니스. 이 일
I'm as
끝나고
guilty as the
하나 있을
worst
것
of
같아.
my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it
그럼
forever.
내가 배워가지고 세바스찬한테 써야겠다.
What do we do now? Ominis is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominis knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua
왜
Gaunt's
진심으로 해야
footsteps.
된다며.
I think I
저주를
can
걸고
cast it
싶은
if I have
마음이.
to.
배우고 안 쓸래.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
그래. 배우고 안 쓰는 거야. 가자. 정해진 길이라면 가자. 마음에 안 드는 스토리긴
I'm
한데
ready.
겁먹고 있다. 열렸다.
Are you all right?
치유.
That pain. It was excruciating, but I'll survive.
와, 거의
Let's
죽기
keep
직전에
moving.
살아났어.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
Revelio.
I can't believe we're here.
좋은 아이템을 달라고.
Sebastian, Ominis. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
주문서. 책을 세바스찬한테 주라고. 잠깐만 기다려봐. 야, 이거 별로야 아이템들이. 학생의 역량이 왜 뛰어나야 하는지에 대한 내 생각과 고드릭의 생각이 같기를 바랬다. 하지만 그는 먹을 태생이 순수 혈통만큼 능력이 있다는 우스꽝스러운 생각의 희생양이 되고 말았다. 의견이 다른 거죠. 먹을 태생은 능력이 없다는 확고한 생각을 갖고 있다는 소리 같고,
Revelio.
남은 게 있니?
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominis never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that
거기서
habit early
찾았으면
on.
좋겠는데
But I can
고대
do that
마법
later.
쪽 아닌가?
For now, I
아니야,
say we
고대
explore this
마법에
room.
저주가 있나?
It's breathtaking.
그래, 그거는 네가 알아서 하고.
I don't want to leave.
이건
But I owe
미확인의
you,
상이네.
both of you.
대신에
Without both
전설급은
of you,
아니야.
we'd never have
Revelio.
made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do
그래서
this
우리는
again.
어디로 나가야 되니? 어디? 위에? 여기로?
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian.
벌써 왔니?
I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
나는 왜
I suppose
오미니스가
after all this, I am grateful to know what
괜찮은
happened to
친구
her.
같지?
Thank
친하게
you.
지내고 싶네. 끝. 여기가 기록실이야. 언제든지 이동할 수는 있을 것 같다. 자, 포피를 만나러 가야 되네. 포피를 만나야 이 메인 퀘들이 시작이 되네요. 데미가이즈 월석. 나 하나 아까 얻지 않았어? 근데 카운트가 왜 0이야? 인벤토리. 하나 있는데. 관리인한테 갖다 주는 숫자를 얘기하는 건가? 이거 팔러 가야 되는데. 디리코를 놔줘야 되나? 나 디리코를 없나? 이젠 포피를 만나러 갑시다. 포피는 어디 있냐? 포피는 어디 있어? 어? 포피 어디 있는 거야? 저기로 어떻게 가? 퍼프 스캔. 얘 어디 있는 거지? 이거 빗자루 타고 가야겠다. 여기서. 내가 그걸 갖고 있는지 모르겠지만 갖고 있구나. 어디냐?
Let's go. Come on, Highwing.
잠깐, 여기 어디야? 여기 내가 왔었던 데인가? 잠깐만. 표시가 없네 여기. 가운데 절벽이 있어가지고 이걸 타고 갈 수밖에 없을 것 같아. 나 어떻게 내려? B 아니야? 빗자루처럼? 컨트롤이네. 내리자. 내리자고. B. 빗자루보다 더 귀찮은데?
Revelio.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
포피를 먼저.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything
내가
to do with
수배 중이구나.
Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntel Hall mean anything to you?
혼텔?
afraid
용
not.
이름인데?
Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent
둘 다 혼텔이
creatures,
뭔지 모르고 있는
undoubtedly.
거야?
The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we
나
searched
용도
around a
가지게
bit,
되나?
it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever
그게
gave
말이야.
her that idea?
그래서
This
어디로
way.
갈래? 어?
A centaur.
켄타우로스.
Tread carefully.
뛰면 안 돼?
An entire
안녕하세요.
castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
죄송합니다.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
가자 가자.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
깜짝이야. 너 뭐야?
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
물속에 뭐가 있는데? 기다려봐.
Revelio.
저기요. 빗자루 빗자루. 빗자루 못하네. 저 가운데 뭐 있는데?
Revelio.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio.
밀렵꾼의 흔적을 찾으라고?
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
아, 저거 어떻게 가운데 가지? 가볼까 그냥? 그냥 교복이구나. 아우. 뛰지도 못하고 수영도 아니고. 아니야. 거머리. 가자, 포피.
Revelio.
흔적을 찾아야 돼. 나 저거 안 건드렸나 봐. 가방.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
저거 뭐야? 캠프?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
우리 요란하게 가야지. 무슨
Hard to say
소리야.
from up here.
몰래 가는
Let's
건
get
내
a better
취향이
lay of
아니라고.
the land.
근데 어떻게 내려가? 길이 어디야? 응? 우리 봤어? 난 요란하게 갈 것이다. 안녕.
Was that meant to be an attack of some sort?
Now you just get up.
Is that all they're teaching in school these
Twasn't nothing.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
바로
Reparo.
다 고쳤고.
Revelio.
와, 옷 떨어질 뻔. 와, 129. 뭔 돈을 많이 갖고 다니네. 오케이. 밀렵꾼 텐트. 아, 여기 또
What in Merlin's name?
콘테일이다.
Are those dragons?
근데 둘 중에 뭐가 콘테일이야? 푸르팅팅한 건 아닌 것 같은데.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
투명으로 다녀야 되나? 할 수 없이.
What I
wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Lucas Totalis.
몰래 지나가세요네. 여긴 안 열리네.
Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I...
Mr. Talis. Someone there.
What?
요란하게 죽었어. 어허, 너 봤어? 너무 요란하게 죽었는데? 지금이라도 투명.
That's it, Revelio. That is the word.
투명 모드하고 안 들키는 게 있을 텐데. 그걸 눌러야겠다. 아, 근데 보통 나는 투명을 안 하거든요. 이 위로 올라가는 건가 봐. 여기까지?
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
어떻게 도와줄 거야?
Yes. A more crushed image is likely one.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it.
그렇지,
Can't leave it here,
부활시키겠지.
not with the plans they likely have for it.
아니 왜 이렇게 조용히 가? 빨리빨리 가.
Alohomora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
아, 더 이상 공간이 없어.
Revelio.
놓친 거 없지. 있다.
That's brilliant.
원래 용한테 다가가서 쓰러뜨리라고? 뭔데? 누가 날 발견했어? 누가 나를 잘 발견하는데? 제트가 제일 좋은 거 같아. 개운하잖아. 또 어딨어? 어디 있니? 다 어디 갔냐?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
새로 왔네.
Let's play.
Stop right. You've made a mistake.
Shall we not?
isn't very pleasant. Suffering, do you?
Take one of my own and I see you. I won't go down as easy.
컨트롤. SS. 어디서 더 왔구나. 나도 콤프링고 있어. 뭐야, 어디야?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
어디 있어, 어디? 이거? 아쉬워 아니던가? 우리 공격하면 어떡할 거야?
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
상처가. 누가 적인지 구분할 수 있겠니? 우리한테도 쐈는데? 우리한테도 쐈어. 도망가! 그래, 하늘로 날아가라. 아, 저 알을 부화해서 내 탈 것으로 쓰는 건가?
This way.
근데 목격자가 있으면 내가 목표가 될 것 같아.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I
걱정 마, 내가
planned on was
필요에
a
관해서
dragon
잘
egg.
키울게.
And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
일단은
I'd
킵.
much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
발각 안 되는 곳이 있어.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
성 안에서 보자. 포피. 언더크로프드 안에 있는 세바스찬과 대화하세요. 그러면 학교로 돌아가자. 추적. 아니야, 그거 아니야. 호그와트 안에 디펄소 방이라고 퍼즐 방이 있는데 그것도 디펄소 2단계까지 깬 것 같거든요. 근데 녹화하진 못했어요. 너무 어려워가지고 되게 많이 헤매가지고. 두 번째 방까지 클리어는 했는데
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you
뭘
discover in the
알아내니?
spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic,
목표밖에
which,
모르는구나.
from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you
뭐야?
think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominis. He wouldn't
뭐가
understand.
됐든지 앤이 돌아오면 좋겠다.
I see no reason to involve Ominis.
I'm glad you agree. When I
이
know
일로
more,
또
I shall
오미니스랑
send
또
her now.
싸우겠다.
And don't feel sorry for Ominis. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominis, we were just about to get
잘했는지
some air.
모르겠어.
Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore
다
you'd
들었어.
never engage in anything to do
기도
with dark
발달해.
magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
오미니스 너도 이해는
You don't know when to
해야지.
stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone,
그래,
Ominis.
세바스찬은 진짜
I'll be on my
경주마
way.
같이 앞으로만 가는 것 같아. 아, 나한테 또 화내겠지? 아,
I am
진짜
not letting this go.
미안해.
Ominis, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is
잘못
not a good
선택했어.
idea.
엿듣고 있을 줄
Sebastian
몰랐어.
doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago.
그래,
It's
그건 네
why
말이
they
맞아.
died.
물어보자.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin.
감지가 안 돼?
Sebastian and
독성인데?
Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please
이해가 가.
avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might,
아, 어떡하지? 나
please
가운데 껴가지고
let me
미치겠네.
know. It would mean a lot.
그럼 너랑 나랑 같이 가자. 세바스찬이랑. 셋이 같이 가면 되지. 어떻게든 되겠지. 미안해. 나 자꾸 탭 누르는 버릇이 있어. 위즐리 교수의 과제. 지하항구에서 변신. 이걸 어떻게 해야 돼? 여기? 저기는 어떻게 가야 되냐? 지하를 어떻게 가야 돼? 선착장. 여긴데? 얘는 뭐야? 이거는 여기를 어떻게 가야 돼? 지하를 어떻게 가지? 일단 근처에서 V를 날려봐. 아하, 가는 길이 있구나.
So this is the underground harbor.
여기 영화에 나오는 것 같은데.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Revelio.
여긴 유령들이 많네.
I swear it wasn't what you think, my cherub. Your eyes deceived
아,
you.
뭐야, 유령도 그러고 싸워? 저 상자한테 갈 때는 투명으로 가야 돼. 이 상자 여는 걸 500골드 줬죠? 뭘 수집하라고? 필드 가이드?
Revelio.
필드 가이드 어디 있을까? 어디로 가야 돼요? 여기야? 여기가 뭔데? 어? 이 배에 올라갈 수 있어? 여기 있다.
Revelio.
도서관으로는 또 가야 되지. 도서관. 위층이네요. 아, 이 회전, 이 나선 계단 너무 어지러워. 어디 저쪽? 무슨 소리야?
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
응. 어떻게 알았어?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by
또
answering
뭐야?
a few questions
퀴즈
from my
내겠다고?
quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
찍어.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
펠릭스인가 뭐 그거.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
마법사의 돌, 죽음의 성물. 죽음의 성물이 뭐야? 마법사의 돌, 설집자의 유물. 호크록스는 그걸 하는 그건데.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of
세 가지를
Invisibility.
합쳐서 죽음의
Which
성물이라고
ball
부르는
in
거예요.
Quidditch is the
맞아.
largest?
블러저 아니야?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was
퀘이플이야.
the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match,
내가
their team is
퀴디치에
awarded
관심이
10
없어서
points.
미안이야.
True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
모르겠는데?
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species.
뭐 개로 변신은
Well,
안 된다고.
I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
변신 수업 교실.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up
헐.
to. I'm hoping
들켰어.
she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
그래?
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Yes, the transformation spell. But first, I'd like you to carry out a couple of tasks which will help you to complete your field guide. Attend my transfiguration class once you've done them, and we can begin the lesson.
이미 하지 않았나?
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Yes, the transformation spell. But first, I'd like you to
더
carry out a
있어?
couple of tasks which will help you to complete your field guide. Attend my transfiguration class once you've done them, and we can begin the lesson.
낮에? 낮이 아니라서 그래? 아, 지도. 지금 밤이구나. 저쪽에.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down.
변신 수업이 처음인가?
as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
주문도 안 가르쳐 주셨는데. F. 나비야, 나방이야.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember,
모든 주문을
now is not the
배우세요.
time to ease off your studying.
주문 배우는 게 끝났네.
Before you know it.
저기 잠겨 있는 방이 보이는군.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you in his hour.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentaculum.
네, 가끔
Growing
사용해요.
such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't
그것도
begin
어떻게
to
소문이
imagine
났나 봐.
what that was about.
피그? 피글은 아니고 할로우인데.
Not at all. I was merely interested in learning more about the Aura program. I saw Professor Sharp's Aura badge and was intrigued.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do
피그 글쎄가
remember
어차피
that your classwork and field
구구드
guide
쪽
are
얘기구나.
designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a
아울
final
볼
assessment at
나이야
that time
벌써.
to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done.
시험
You are
봐야 돼.
dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
쟤는 왜 여기 있지? 안 가고?
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you in his owls.
Aloha Mora.
이제
Since our
대놓고 막
visit to
들어간다.
Felcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest,
가고
and I'll
싶어.
explain.
마법부 장관?
Revelio.
저 뒤에 저건 뭐지? 다른 방인가? 로드곡?
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Off on another
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
위즐리?
Hello, Gareth. So, has your aunt been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention. I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
불내면 안
If you're
되지.
setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer.
그래, 응원할게.
That gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
아, 저 수업
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
다이달로스?
Revelio.
저 상자는 어디 상자냐? 어디지? 어디서 땡거렸어? 여기 디폴 소방이네. 여기 걸 내가 아마 클리어 했을 거예요. 아까 그 잠긴 문 거기는 어디냐?
Revelio.
여긴 나가는 곳이고 여기는 들어가는 곳이고 마법의 역사 교실이래. 그리고 여기도 나가는 곳이네. 아밋하고 얘기해야 돼? 광산 근처에서 뭐 하는 건데? 아무에게도? 네티한테도 가야 되고? 포피도 만나야 되고. 새끼 세스트랄. 저 그 뭐야 번식장인가 뭔가를 만들었는데 태어났나 보다. 이건 아직도 모르겠고 이건 할 생각이 없고요. 아, 네일리. 네일리 아까 지나간 거 아니었어? 네일리 어디 있는데? 그걸 걔가 가르쳐줬지 진짜. 어디야? 응? 뭔데 여기? 이상한 데로 왔는데?
You should hear Shah talking about divination.
거꾸로 왔나봐. 야, 너 멀리 있구나.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. Actually, I've found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
하나 끝냈고. 미안해, 나 또 탭 눌렀어. 비밀의 방 가가지고 보충 좀 해야겠다. 새끼가 태어난 것도 보고. 지나갈 수가 없네. 미확인 의상도 있었고. 8개밖에 없었어? 이건 랜덤 마법이야. 아, 다 찾나봐 이제. 다 찾고. 그거 이거. 오케이. 비료 이건 계속 나오는 건데 둡시다. 미확인을 확인하고. 고대의 신비 스카프. 내가 착용하고 있는데 속성 없는 거 이거잖아. 업그레이드 보기, 속성 보기. 업그레이드를 봐야겠죠? 니플러를 보러 가자. 니플러가 어딨지? 니플러가 어디 있는데? 자바놀, 문카프, 니즐. 니플러가 어딨어? 그리고 여기에 또 템 눌러 또.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it.
동시에 두 개야?
Requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
여기는 없는데. 디리코울. 근데 이 종류가 하나, 둘, 셋, 네 종류예요. 그래서 더 이상 여기는 풀 수가 없어. 니플러가 어딨지? 오리처럼 생긴 애인가? 바닷가 쪽에 있나? 저거는 버그 같아. 여기가 번식장이네요. 애기가 태어났다고?
I should let Deke know about the newborn thestral.
잠깐만, 퀘스트가 뭐였어? 디크? 아, 여기. 니플러였나? 저거 오렌지 니플러 맞네요. 니플러를 또 만나야 친구를 만들어주지. 안녕. 상호작용이 뭐야? 용의 알을 이런 데서 번식하지 않나? 비슷한 뭘 본 거 같은데. 디크한테 가라는 거구나. 여기 둥지 없니? 여기서 용을 부화했으면 좋겠는데. 디크한테 일단 가보자. 용에 대해서도 물어보고.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
불사조를 찾으러 가게 생겼는데. 한 번 더. 그래폰 뿌리 필요하고 불사조의 깃털 필요한 것도 있어요. 자꾸 탭 누를 거야? 뭐였지? 88. 10이나 높아. 없는 걸로 하고. 바지 같은 거 좋았는데 나. 너무 차려입은 것 같다. 바지 종류가 이거 어때? 남자 옷 같나? 남자 옷으로 뜬 건가? 이건 무슨 탐험과 같고 얘는 이상하고. 여기 이거 이상해. 넥타이를 허리에 두른 것 같잖아. 넥타이 색깔이 마음에 안 드는데. 롱치마? 로브를 다른 걸로 좀 바꿔볼까? 날 들어 보여. 어우, 이건 아니야. 이것도 글쎄 이쁘긴 한데 학생 같진 않다. 아, 이건 뭐지? 겨울 자켓이야? 뭐야? 오, 새로운 모양이다. 어때요? 이걸로 할래요. 아, 나 재능. 포인트 하나. 필요의 방은 필요 없을 것 같아. 이것도 안 할 거니까. 우리 봄바르다. 광범위. 폭발하는 물질로 변하게. 이것도 괜찮다. 이것도 다 찍어버립시다. 아, 퀘스트. 아, 나 이거 어떡하면 좋아. 항상 탭을 눌러버려서. 세바스찬이 또 만나자고 했지. 카타콤. N 이야기가 궁금하긴 한데 이걸 먼저 해야 되는 건가? 이걸 먼저 해야 되나? 이 순서대로 가야 되나? 고블린어를 할 줄 아는 사람을 데려오라고? 이거 시작하면 또 시간이 걸릴 것 같은데. 다음에 이어서 할까요? 다음에 이어서 해봅시다.